Morning, guys. It is gloomy out and it looks like it might actually be misting enough for it to be dripping rain. It's not actually raining, but it looks like it is like drizzling. So, yeah, yesterday it rained pretty steady all day long, but we always get dry around here, so we always need rain. Rain is always welcomed. So, um, I I gained 8 ounces, but that's not bothering me. That's not bothering me because the one thing I know for sure, the body does fluctuate sometimes for unknown reasons. Sometimes for a known reason, like if you're getting ready to menstruate, then yeah, you have water retention, and then there's other cases like who knows. So yeah, I gained 8 ounces, but I'm not worried about that. I'm not concerned about it. I know that's gone too. So today, I feel that today is another awesome day, another great day, and um, I'm looking forward to seeing what tomorrow will bring because I never know what the next day is going to be. I never know. And so I look forward to that. But I'm still depending on God, relying on Him, focusing on Him, and trusting Him. I do not want to ever lose focus on Him. Never. I don't ever want to lose focus on my Father because without Him, this weight loss wouldn't even be happening. And I know that for a fact, because of all the times that I have done different ways of losing weight. I even tried over-the-counter diet pills, the Dietrex, I think is what it's called, or whatever that is, or Diatrim, or whatever that is. Anyway, I'd even tried that. I tried that years and years and years ago. I was like 16 years old when I tried that. It didn't even curb my appetite. And there isn't any instant cure or remedy to stopping cravings and curbing appetites and minimizing what you eat. The only true fix for that is God. Anyway, so my point about all this is no matter what diet plan you may be on, it does not address the natural human side of needing different foods, different types of foods. And if you had been in a habit of enjoying this and this and that and that, and then you stopped doing that altogether because according to a diet plan it's not allowed, then the thing of the matter is, when you was eating these foods before, what was causing you to gain the weight was the indulgences, the binging on it. Not necessarily the food itself, just the indulging and the binging. Now, if you feel that you can't trust yourself to keep from eating that, or you feel that you can't trust yourself to eat just a little bit and be fine and in control, then don't bother to put that in your way. Don't put that in front of you. Don't have it. I might have ate chips at church the other night, but I still don't have chips in my house. I'm still not going to invest in chips. I controlled myself at church. I only had a small handful, but I'm not going to give in to chips. I'm not going to get them. The thing is, I greatly enjoy chip and dip. I greatly enjoy it. And if I was to give in to that, I don't know. I don't want to test it. I really don't. Maybe further on down the road when I have completely lost all the weight and my body is done losing the weight, it's at the point where it needs to be, then maybe I will enjoy an occasional, when I'm hungry, a small bowl of chips with a tiny little bit of dip. Who knows? But that's further on down the line. That's like in another 4 or 5 months or so, however much longer it takes for me to finish losing this weight. So, you know, and being on any kind of diet plan, if you're still struggling with desire eating, even though you're fighting it, even though you're keeping it at bay, even though you are keeping from eating the foods that you feel causes you to gain weight, but your mouth still waters for those foods. It's good that anybody's losing weight doing any kind of plan. It's good. It's very good, because losing weight makes it easier on the joints, makes it easier for digestion, makes it easier on the heart, on the lungs, makes it easier on the wallet because you're not having to continually buy new clothes that's even bigger, which is more expensive. It's good on the self-esteem and everything, you know. It's wonderful that no matter what plan you may be on, that you're losing weight. That's great. It's terrific. And I applaud yous, every one of yous, no matter what plan it is that you're on and you're losing weight. I applaud yous. That's awesome. I'm proud of yous because you have gotten as far as you are, and I hope that you do reach your goal. No problem. But struggling with the cravings, that will never end until you give those cravings over to God. When you give those cravings over to God and you let Him keep them, just let Him keep them, let Him have it and let Him keep it, then you won't have cravings anymore. And then whatever diet plan you're on, you'll be able to do with ease, no problem. You won't have cravings for such and such. You'll be fine. You will be absolutely fine. And just stay within the hunger and fullness no matter what you're on. It doesn't matter what you're on. Stay within the hunger and fullness. Don't eat beyond the capacity of full. And don't indulge in between meals, and don't binge. No matter what plan you're on, if it's just all vegetable, if it's keto, or if it's Mediterranean or South Beach, whatever there is. I know that there's tons of diet plans out there, and there's even new ones coming out. I don't even know the new ones yet. I've not studied up on them. But no matter what plan you're doing to lose the weight, put your cravings over to God, because it's cravings that causes a person to start binging. It's cravings that causes the binge. And even being on a diet plan, a person still ends up binging because they haven't addressed that problem as of the moment. So you give your cravings over to God, trust Him, give it completely over to Him, trust Him. Let Him take care of the cravings for you. And then whatever diet plan you're on, you will be fine. You'll be able to run right through that diet plan. You'll be able to utilize it to the fullest, whatever it may be for. And you won't struggle with your weight loss. It will end up being even easier than before, because you'll be able to, whatever the plan is calling for, you'll be able to do that no problem. And you won't be fighting cravings. And stick within the hunger zone. Stick within the hunger zone. Me, I'm not on any specific diet plan. I'm not restricting foods, counting calories, logging foods, keeping up with macros and all that. I'm not into any of that. I never could stand doing that. I had tried it so many times, and it got so tedious to have to log it, and I got fed up with it, because a lot of products don't even have a label, and you don't know how much you've got unless you weigh it. If you have a scale on hand and you go on ahead and weigh the food too. I mean, there's so much behind keeping up with what you're eating when you're on a certain plan. There is so much behind it. So for me, well, I don't like having to do all that, and just simply trusting God to take care of all the cravings so I don't binge, I don't indulge, I don't overeat. I only eat within the hunger zone, and I'm trusting him with that too, because he has retrained me. He's retrained me. Yesterday, I had already ate, and finally my husband got up and he had himself some spaghetti and a pizza, a miniature Red Baron pizza. And he was finally full, and there was still a little bit of the pizza left, just a real small wedge left of the pizza. He asked if I wanted it. I said, no, I'm not hungry. So I didn't even eat that, but I just didn't want it. And that's the one thing that God has been so faithful about. If there's something that I actually don't need, that my body doesn't need at the time, I actually don't want it. I don't want it. And he's been so faithful about that. So faithful. My body isn't calling for it. I just simply don't want it. Yesterday I had another bulletproof mocha, and it finally got to the point that, okay, I've had enough of this, so I'm not wanting any more. I've had enough of the chocolatey richness. My body's finished with that. And no matter what plan you're on, if you're completely giving it over to God, then you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to give in and eat something. As long as you put your trust in Him and your focus on Him, and you have completely given your eating over to Him, you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to give in and eat something, because God's taking care of that for you. You no longer have those cravings. If you feel that you've got a certain food addiction, then by giving it completely over to God, there's no more worry about it. As long as you keep your focus on Him and trust Him about it and believe that He's took care of that for you, then you don't have to worry about having a food addiction anymore. It's gone. He's took care of it. And just like a drug addiction or anything else addiction that you may have battled with, as long as you had put your trust in God and completely gave it over to Him. And even if you backslide some, as long as you ask forgiveness and keep looking forward and to Him, eventually there's no more concerns about it at all. My husband has asked for me to get stocking candy, and guess what? I'm going to. And I know that this time I'm not going to indulge on it. In the past, my mouth would have been watering. Yes, let's go for this. I'm going for it. And I would try to eat the stocking all in one night. But this time, I know what I'm going to be getting for the stockings, and I know it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be a problem. I have no more food addictions. I have no more cravings. I am able to look away from certain foods. I am more than a conqueror through Jesus Christ, and I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. And all of the foods that I'd ever been addicted to, all of the bingings and cravings that I'd ever suffered with is gone. Now the foods that I like, I can enjoy freely, and I enjoy only when I'm hungry. And I am free. I'm free. So whatever diet plan y'all's doing, you can be free too. You can enjoy doing that diet plan. And I know a lot of you, like, you lift your head up, yep, I'm on this diet plan and I'm losing weight and I'm doing great. And that is terrific. I'm glad. But if there's something that you're still struggling with while you're doing that diet plan, turn it over to God and let that disappear, so that the diet plan that you're on is even easier, more than ever. I love you guys. It all depends on Him. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.